All right, let's go ahead and get started, guys. I would love to announce Corinne Grillo. She is a licensed psychotherapist, author, speaker, healer, teacher. She's the founder of the Angel Alchemy Academy. I'm so excited for this event. She's going to share with us the 3 secrets of becoming a magnetic, mind-blowing healer. So let's go ahead and get started. I think Corinne is here. Hello, Corinne.
Hey, everybody. It's good to see all these sparkly faces, man. It's like the healers, my people. So let me see here. Did you guys put like what kind of work you're doing? Okay, angelic Reiki. Cool, Kaylin. Um, Hi. Breath facilitator. How cool is that, Carla? Let's see. I love that. So I have been doing this healing work for a while, and I'm always happy to share the insights that I've accrued over the years. Again, I'm Corinne Grillo, and I've trained a lot of healers along the way. And I would say probably for the last 8 years have led workshops and have trained healers um, and I essentially, realized that part of my, I was doing a lot of one-on-one practice for a while, but I realized that part of my mission was to help people like you really make an impact in the world and move that vision, that heart-centered vision, to become a seriously kick-ass healer and a lucrative healer, to help that vision come true. So over the years, I've worked with a lot of different people. I've done a lot of business coaching with people, and and today's talk is really to give you some of the just foundations. And really, it's sometimes I feel like it's some of kind of the sneakier aspects of of what separates the folks that just have a hobby doing healing work to really becoming a successful healer. So I started as a psychotherapist, and I did not have a private practice at the time. I had an angel miracle that happened, and that after that, I was kind of slowly guided to start weaving some of that angel work into my practice and to start really doing deep dives and learning more about angels. Um, so I essentially, slowly but surely started taking the spiritual stuff a little more seriously in my work and in my life. And it was kind of a weird transition because I came from a really traditional background, again, psychotherapy, and it was a lot of mental shifts to make in my brain that led me to start taking my healing practice, my angel career more seriously. I mean, how many of you are there, like trying to kind of take it a little more seriously? And okay, yeah, some of you, I saw your hands go up. Kaylin, I saw you and Tracy. Yeah. And so, uh, so yeah, I mean, it's such a thing. And I love helping other people break through that membrane, because it is a membrane, and it's like you take 3 steps back and it pushes you back, so it's like what I liken it to is being in an invisible body condom, and you start going in that direction to, I'm finally going to do it. And then boom, something kind of pulls you back. And so there's a lot of work that needs to be done internally, because let's be honest, we're up against a lot. Okay. So for me, I was up against I felt like maybe I would be persecuted or ridiculed from people in my profession because I'm talking about angels. And so it's a really big leap of faith that you have to take. But like I said, there are some skill sets or some mindsets and some skill sets that you need in order to really turn it into, at minimum, a 6-figure business, which is something that I always want people to imagine, is having a 6-figure business. So when I started including these practices, and when I started taking my angel business seriously and started listening to the divine and really trusting the divine more, is when my income doubled, tripled, quadrupled, quintupled, and now it's 10 times more than 10 times what I used to make as a psychotherapist. So, so I see this talk as an entry point into just that fantastic world of, whoa, I can actually do heart-centered work, make the kind of impact I actually want to make, and make an income that is blowing my mind, right? So I do have slides here. Let me just see if I wrote you a love note. I'm going to read you my love note first. And it starts with this: Dear healer, teacher, wisdom keeper, I'm glad you're here. There are many of us around the world coming into this work from all walks of life. If you haven't noticed, the world needs highly skilled, highly developed spiritual badasses to help out. Also, can you just make sure your thing is on mute? I'm hearing some background noise. Amber, if you can see who's not muted, that would be great too. So just double check everybody and make sure you're muted. So if you haven't noticed, the world needs highly skilled, highly developed spiritual badasses to help out. The angels and I acknowledge the long road that it took for you to get here. And you may not fully believe that this can be a real path for you, but we are here today to help open your mind even more to the vast possibilities. And if you're waiting for a sign that you should take this healing career more seriously, this is it. And so what you can expect today, here's what we're doing. I'm going to talk to you more specifically about how I leveraged myself making zero cash as a healer into creating attracting a flourishing private practice, and how I leveraged eventually my expertise as an angel healer to reach tens of thousands of people while earning a healthy mid-six-figure living. I also want to share, it was 3 secrets, but I just couldn't avoid 2 more. So it's really 5 juicy secrets to becoming a magnetic healer with a thriving soulful fueled business. And at the end, I'm also talking about the reopening of my 6-month intuitive healing training called the Angel Alchemy Academy. So, so first I just want to say, or maybe I'll just go through these points here and then I'll kind of weave in what happened to me in my business. So when I was just a therapist, people really liked me. Okay. So people really liked me. I did a pretty good work and people kept coming back. And I resisted the angel guidance that I was getting to step out more out of the angel closet. And when I did start doing that, incredible things started happening, meaning people started getting incredible rapid results inside of my sessions. I remember one of the first coolest testimonials that I had was, "Thank you for introducing me to God." And this was from someone who didn't believe and was, I think she was even a full-blown atheist. So, because she could feel the presence of something happening, she felt lighter, she felt like a different person. So I'm going to show you the slides now so you can see where I'm headed with this. Let's see here. Okay. So what started happening, here's my 5 secrets. Number 1 is you need mind-blowing, intuitive, and healing skills. So your confidence is the key. I didn't realize that spirit was kind of lining up behind me, kind of ready to make an impact, more of an impact that I thought was possible with my clients. Because again, trained psychotherapists, we're used to working through trauma for years with our clients, right? But what I was finding is when I allowed my full skill set, or at least trusted that spirit would be there in the session. If I said, "Hey, the angels are here, do you want a message?" Because they would come into my office and I would feel the presence, and I resisted it for a while. I didn't name it out loud, but when I did, my spiritual gifts really started opening up. Well, they started opening up after the miracle, but it took me a while to kind of catch on to what was happening. So think about yourself in your practice. Do you blow minds? Like, do you blow minds? And do people say, things like, how did she know that? How did you know that? Or I feel like a new person. Those are indicators that you definitely are dialed in. You have the skill set to create a practice where you do not need to overly market. Okay. Now, if you find that that happens, but it's like only here and there, then there's great room for improvement there. And you can literally have a session where every session is a mind-blowing session. Again, I work with spirit, I work with creator, I work with source, I work with angels. So that really helped me without knowing, kind of raise the dial in my sessions. And because I came into this work kind of like I stumbled into it, it was like it was this automatic deferring to a higher power, because I felt like, okay, I don't know how to do anything. You do it for me. And so that created the opening for it, and really my commitment to walking the path and learning more about angels, and really surrounding myself with that environment really helped me get confident and at least bringing the angels into my sessions. Some of you are already doing that. So I really want you to kind of assess, take out a pen and paper, assess how you're doing with number one. Do you frequently hear things like, how did you know that? Oh my God. Or people feeling like a new person in just 20 minutes or 30 minutes. So number two is kind of closely entwined with number one, a powerful, confident connection with the divine and the angels. So again, I had the luxury of witnessing a miracle. So it was like, boom, I know that angels are real, because I didn't really know they were real before. But then when I witnessed this miracle, this bird with a broken wing transformed in front of my eyes and turned into 3 healthy flying birds and flew away. Okay. It was a big miracle. I've talked about it so many times. I'm not going to get into it here, but you can read about it in my book or whatever. Big moment for me. Okay. So when I'm training my students, what is most important to me is that they develop their own powerful and confident connection with the divine and the angels, because this helps their own life radically, because they can hear the guidance. They can even intuit their marketing plan. Okay, I'm supposed to, I'm feeling like I want to teach a workshop about this. Spirit, help me. It helps them with their own marketing plans. It helps them with their own healing for sure. Because when I do my 6-month training, people, a lot of their chronic conditions start decreasing massively, or some of them just disappear. Addictions disappear. All of this stuff disappears because we spend an extraordinary amount of time anchoring them into building a confident personal connection with their divine team and with the angels. We do a lot of archangel channeling and things like that, because I know that that's what creates miracle healings, not just, hey, I feel a little better, but miracle healings. As a matter of fact, my husband, when I first started doing this work, okay, this is before I was doing professional work, my husband had horrible TMJ. Okay. He couldn't open his mouth. His mouth was all jacked, and his name's Jack. So his mouth was all jacked. And I had learned these incredible tools. Okay. 2 of the tools that I learned, I told you about the angels, but another one was Theta Healing that I became really adept at secretly, right? Because like you probably maybe take a lot of workshops, but don't put it into practice as much as you should. So that was me. Okay. Back then. So he was having a really hard time. I worked on him for 10 minutes. Okay. His TMJ disappeared in 10 minutes with working with spirit and doing like what I do. Okay. So I just found out a month ago, we were sitting at dinner with my daughter whose jaw just shut, like it clamped. And he's like, oh, I used to have that. And actually your mom cured it. And I was like, what? And he's like, yeah, I have never had it. And that was 10 years ago, guys. So the ability to create miraculous healing is so available to all of us, right? And again, I didn't know what I was doing. So I did my work on my daughter at dinner the other day, and her thing, she's like, well, I don't feel anything. Cause she's a teenager. It doesn't feel I don't feel any different. And I was like, okay, just give it a few minutes, see what happens. And then all of a sudden she's like, oh my God, I can open my mouth. Right. So you want that kind of reaction from your clients. You want people to be like, oh my God, like I've had people sit up off the couch who couldn't horrible sciatica, get up off the couch, someone who had not been able to do yoga in years. After I was done with the work, she said, well, I'm not sure it feels any better. I was like, well, give it a shot, see what happens. Cause I don't know either. I'm just like, hey, I'm just doing what I do and see what happens, And so she sits on the ground, bends over, touches her toes for the first time. And she's like, oh my God, I haven't been able to do this. So you want the, oh my God. And how we do that is with the power of angels and the divine. So again, if you don't have that exciting, like boom thing happening in your sessions, it's time to deepen your skill set and make some adjustments. Okay. So, something that was really important as I started adding these incredible, miraculous healing tools, what started happening in my business was that, and I'll go ahead and stop sharing for a second. And I haven't been able to see here. And Lisa says, Theta Healing rocks. Yeah, I know. So fun, huh? So I want to talk to you about a marketing concept called the blue ocean versus the red ocean. When I was just doing psychotherapy, I was a psychotherapist and I was just like all the other psychotherapists. Hey, I work with trauma, depression, anxiety. And when I was getting the urges, angels were kind of leading me into more of a healing, intuitive healing path. What I didn't realize is all of that like fighting I was doing was so silly, because when I started adding in these more fun, radical healing techniques, and I didn't learn until years later why that was so effective. So here's the concept between a red ocean and a blue ocean. You right now, let's say you're a Reiki practitioner, and like, hey, okay, how many Reiki people do we have here? Raise your hand so far. Of those of you I can see, yeah, there's a number of you there. Okay, so some of you may know, and you may know already, a lot of people are Reiki practitioners, right? Just like a lot of people are psychotherapists. But when you think about an ocean, and there's like one big juicy fish, and that one big juicy fish, and it's like, and it's like the ocean is full of sharks. It's like a feeding frenzy on that one fish. All the sharks are fighting for that one fish. So let's equate it to all the therapists. All the therapists are competing for that one fish because we all have the same skill set. We're all the same shark. Therefore, we're fighting, it's like that fish can go to any of these sharks. Okay. It's not the most spiritual vision, but here we go. So that ocean is like bloodlust, right? It's like people are fighting over fish, so it's like a red ocean full of predators and full of prey, but it's just like a feeding frenzy. What you will want to do in a business, as a healer, is create more of a blue ocean environment. And a blue ocean environment exists where there's only one shark swimming in that water. And so what that means is, as a therapist, what I did was I started adding, not only can I help you psychotherapeutically, but I can also help you with your unconscious mind, because the Theta Healing works with the unconscious mind. So Theta Healing can help clear people's blocks. So we would identify what's really underneath the underlying problem and whatever it is that they were talking about. We would do some healing work, some clearing work with source. And then we would juice them up with angels, have them talk to their angels, have them feel their angels. And so I thought I was just being weird and just having fun, but doing what I know works. But really what was happening is that I was creating a blue ocean for myself. In my area, there was no therapist that was not just intuitive, but working in the unconscious mind to clear blocks, and an angel person. Now that sounds like crazy. Like, why would that be a good thing? It was a good thing because I was literally the only one who could do what I do in my area. So if you're a Reiki practitioner, you do not want to just call yourself a Reiki practitioner. You want to bring some deeper magic into it. You want to, like, how am I setting myself apart? You want to be unique. Um, and even if it's like, oh, I don't know if anybody's going to like that, but it's in your soul and you want to share it, let yourself share it. Spirit gave me permission to be my full-blown weirdest self. And let me tell you, in me showing up fully into my practice, that's when people started flying their relatives out. You have to come meet this girl. You have to come see her. Okay. So, so yeah. And then, you know, my therapist friends who were kind of judging me about my work, right? Very quickly were extremely curious about how I was lining up people who were not on insurance paying full price because they were, you know, still going through insurance. And I'm like, not on insurance. How is she doing that? And people are flying out. And then her mom's coming and like, what's going on? So, so, so again, remember that concept. How can you right now adjust your business model or adjust even your title or the skills that you bring in order to make yourself sound a little more unique? I know a lot of healers, the people that I've trained along the way, are hesitant, like they're nutritionists, but they're afraid to bring their intuitive work into their nutrition business. And it's like, well, how many psychic nutritionists do you know? There's a market for that, so it's really adding adding your juiciest juice. But I will say the combination of being a kick-ass healer and being able to drop down some really awesome psychicness and intuitive hits is a powerful combination. That is a combination that is going to bring people to where you get referrals without having to overly market yourself. Because I was shy back in those days. I didn't like to market, or I didn't even like my picture on my website or anything like that. So it was through all of the referrals and all the things that I was getting that I finally and also spirits nudging to stop doing one-on-one and to start reaching out internationally to people, which that was a really intense process. Crazy mind jump again, but so important. So I just want to stress, if you guys are getting the urge, if you're in the very beginning stages and you feel like, oh, I don't know if I can do it, forget about the I don't know. Just do it. Just do it. Because the voice of doubt is going to be there no matter what. But that's where you're anchoring into spirit and really, really just loving up on you some angels or some guides really comes in handy. So blue ocean, red ocean, remember that. I didn't know that that's what the angels are like the best marketing team ever. They accidentally show you how to do these principles if you listen. So yeah, angels and theta healing, that was enough to really separate me from the pack and to create mind-blowing healing experiences for my clients, and really apparently for my family. And of course for myself. So let's see here. Oh gosh, another important strategy here. Oh, I misnumbered these, but it's actually 5. Another important strategy is, oh wait, let me just go back and make sure I didn't skip one. Bing, bing, bing. Okay, great. 4. Okay, is stop thinking of yourself as a healer. Okay. And start thinking of yourself as a kick-ass entrepreneur. Healers, especially the ones I've met along the years that I've been coaching and training, often have a profound poverty mindset. Learning from highly successful folks that have broken through and have prioritized their dream is important. So it's, so entrepreneurship and shifting your mindset from I'm a healer to I'm an entrepreneur is huge. How many of you have already made that mindset shift? How many of you see yourself as a business owner and entrepreneur? Delaney, you have? Good. Barb, you have? Good. And how many of you need to work on that? You're still just seeing yourself as a healer. Yeah. So what happens when you feel, okay, when you're like, okay, I'm a healer. Can you really just kind of feel the flatness there? I'm a healer. I'm soft. I'm loving. I'm here to serve. Okay. That energy is so helpful, right? When your session is starting and ending. But after that, you're a business owner and an entrepreneur. After that 60-minute, 90-minute session is over, I'm a business owner and an entrepreneur. Entrepreneurs, business owners, here's what they do that healers don't do. They invest. They invest in their business. They invest an excessive amount of time in developing their business. They invest excessively in understanding how business works in sales and marketing. They even take sales classes and marketing classes. Even if they don't like it, they do it anyways. Healers don't do that. Healers are like, well, if God is willing, he will send me, or they will send me a client someday. Um, so again, entrepreneurs use their juice, right? Now what's beautiful is that a soulpreneur, someone who's dialed into spirit, it is a shift, okay? Because I really had to make that big leap, especially when I started going online to like, oh gosh, I'm going to have to learn stuff, technology, and how to write emails and stuff and social media. What the fuck, right? It was like this whole thing. But I decided that I was a business owner and an entrepreneur because that was the mindset that it took for me to kind of go, how do I reach an international audience? So I stopped hanging out with just healers and I started hanging out with marketers and people who were doing things in ways that I blew my mind. Like, what are you doing? And that's so bold. And are you sure? Oh, you got to take a pretty picture of yourself, which to me was like horrifying at the time. That alone was a huge gatekeeper. It's like having to act like you're someone, like I'm going to pose here and I'm put it on my website like I'm somebody, but that, because healers don't want to do that shit, but entrepreneurs do what it takes. And so are you willing to do what it takes? And what are you willing to sacrifice for that? Because I can say, oh, your biggest problem is marketing, or you just need more clients, or you just need this and that. But really, it's not that. Underneath that is your willingness to prioritize your business over all things. And it's hard in the beginning. All right, so let's see what we have for, okay. Shameless Audacity. This actually, of all 5 of these things, I know it says 4, but it's 5. All 5 of these things, this is the one I'm going to mandate. This is like a mandate for you guys. Because this solves all the problems for new healers or people who are really working to become a 6-figure business or more, right? Because when you're confident in your work, Shameless Audacity gives you the ability to be more visible and market yourself. Okay. Because like I said, so many of us healers are super shy and so humble, right? I mean, it can be so hard in the beginning. So if you are shameless and audacious enough, you will take the photo shoot. You'll do the damn photo shoot. Okay. And you'll put your damn picture on the website. Also, Shameless Audacity gives you more of ability to charge more what you're worth. Gosh, if that's not the number one problem that when I'm talking with my students in the Angel Alchemy Academy or when I'm coaching my clients, it's like feeling like you're worthy enough to charge more. And one of the stumbling blocks I see a lot, especially spiritual folk, a lot of problems they get into is, well, who am I to charge, right? This is God's work. God works through me, which is so true. God's work is free. And so I've had people say, why do I have to pay? I've had them complain about $11 offerings. Okay. And they go, angels are free. And I'm like, I know they're free. Angels are totally free, right? God is so free, but I'm not, right? My time is not free. my teaching not free, and so it takes a while to get there. So for those of you who are struggling with the charging thing, Shameless Audacity helps you break through. Because again, we're going to have that voice that's keeping us in doubt. Just assume it's going to be there forever. Don't wait for it to go away. Embody shameless audacity just for a moment, right? Just what's it like? And think of someone that is shameless and audacious, but they just get up and do shit. They just ask for shit. They're just like, hey, can I have that? Hey, can you help me over here? Like, it's so awesome, right? I mean, it can be annoying, but only if it's still in your shadow. But if you see like people like that as, let me learn from you, master, right? Like, what do I need to embody in order to just break through this shit? It can also help you talk more confidently out in the world when people ask you what you do, instead of doing that little wiggle or wobble. Well, I'm a Reiki master and I'm an energy healer. Oh, I work with angels, right? So instead of doing that, you can embody it and tell people about what you do and invite them for a session. So it's no secret that in order to build a business, you're going to have to be out there, be more visible, be able to speak confidently and shamelessly about what you want, about who you are and how you serve. Do you know who you are and how you serve? Like when people come and talk to you, what do you do? Do you kind of have the little, like the little squirrelies, or do you say, hi, I'm so-and-so and I'm a Reiki practitioner and I blow people's minds with with the incredible healing that goes on in my sessions. Okay. So I hate to say it, but it's got to happen. You have to be able to talk about yourself with confidence. Big one, such a big one. Okay. So shameless audacity helps you go big, even internationally, right? So I wouldn't say that I was shameless or have been shameless along the way. I'm just crazy enough to listen to my guidance and make it happen. But I'm hyper aware that I carry shame, and I have carried shame my whole life. It's just part of me. It's how I was indoctrinated. It's actually part of the culture that we live in with all the shame-based religions and all of this stuff. So we have to kind of encounter shame along the way, especially if you have big dreams and big visions for serving, big, 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 juicy things. So shameless audacity helps you with investing the amount of time, the energy, and the cash to make sure that you have the skills and the support for your business to make it grow. It takes a lot to turn a dream into reality. It really takes a lot. Those dreams sit on the shelves. They sit on the shelf of doubt, sometimes for someone's entire lifetime. And I for sure do not want that to happen with anybody here or anybody that the angels are bringing to me through this class. I think if there's any big message that they want to get through is like, it's going to be up to you to make the vision solid and to execute those steps. The angels give you inspiration for it, and then it stops. Like, that's the inspiration. Then you got to go, okay, I'm ready. What's my next step? And then listen and do it. Okay. So one time, like they told me, or my inspiration, my vision was, let go of your blossoming private practice. Like, I had to let go of my entire business, the business that was working for me. I really still loved it even. So sometimes you're called to let go of even good things. Now, did I do it right away? No, it took me a few months to figure out what my plan would be if I actually did that. Okay. So I needed a financial plan and all of those things, but I still left that practice. And then within a few months, I started making my first income online by developing a program called the 7-Day Miracle Challenge, and then selling a deeper dive into that, a 7-week program. So within that first 6 months, after listening, doing, I made my first six figures as a working online internationally. But again, I had to listen, do it, and then hope for the best, and then pray, and then bust my ass developing some cool content, I'm a mother of two. My daughter was, I think 3 or 4 at the time. So, it's not like I have all of this luxurious time to myself. You got to make it happen. That's where the shift from being a healer to being an entrepreneur comes in. I hear a lot of people saying, I don't have time to do all that, or, I'm trying to write a book. I don't have time. You have plenty of time. Okay. You have plenty of time, because sometimes I was waking up at 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the morning every day just to write for 2 hours before my kids got up. There's time. It's just time management is the issue. So I want us to take a moment, and I want to, kind of hear from you guys, or kind of go back to the chat room, because I want us to really feel what it feels like to fully embody what it is to shift from just being a healer into a divine, audacious, shameless, soulful, spiritual entrepreneur. Yeah. So I'm just looking at the chat room here. Let's see here. Did you do a transition from your previous job into this, or just took a plunge and trusted you would be taken care of? Okay. So I was doing one-on-one practice, and it was a blend, like a fusion of therapy / intuitive angel healing work and couples therapy, because I'm a marriage and family therapist, but I was even weaving those practices in there. That's why they were coming to me. So yeah, for this specific transition, when I went to online, I took the plunge. Essentially, I took the plunge. I had enough cash that after if it didn't work, if I didn't make any traction after 3 months, I could always say, hey, I'm back in business. Like, you can always go back to your other career, in theory, right? So I just knew that, okay, I got to take this shit seriously, because it's time, apparently. And so yeah, I closed down that business and then went to work. I mean, there's nothing that puts a fire under your ass all of a sudden than not having an income to make a new income, right? So that's how, not everybody works like that, but it works really well for me, apparently. So yeah, I launched a free program online, angel program called the 7-Day Miracle Challenge. And then after that, I launched a paid program where I think that one, for my first program, made about $12,000 for that one. And then just kept on leveraging and dreaming and creating and co-creating with spirit, like my next offerings down the way. So some of you may be working a traditional job, like a regular 9 to 5, and dreaming of like the other thing. How I transitioned from just, regular work into some of the spiritual work is I started developing. I did reduce my hours down. I started taking Fridays off to start creating some content. So if you're in a place where you can shrink from like 40 or 50 hours a week down to like 25 or 30, and spend one day creating your master plan, whatever that is. Also, entrepreneurs invest in office space. So I was afraid to invest in office space. My first office cost $150 a month, and I was panicked that I would never make that $100 back, and that it was taking food out of my baby's mouth. And I literally cried over feeling like that, like, I'm going to waste all of our family's money. So what do you need to invest in? So let's just take a moment to embody this really confident, spiritual human who has incredible gifts, who's audacious enough to see their dream through as an entrepreneur, not a healer. And I want you to actually feel the energy of that. What does it feel like? And I'll project it to you. No? Like really getting there. You might be able to feel in your body, in your energy system, where that obstruction is. Like where's that invisible body condom going? Oh, but I can't, because I can't. So again, because I know these issues that for healers, and I don't like all the things, because again, it wasn't just my own process. It was watching hundreds and hundreds of people all over the world break through their own barriers too, that we all kind of carry the same things. The self-doubt, the being afraid to invest in like office space or deeper training or whatever it is. And Joe, you can feel that? Good. Yeah, it feels good. I kind of like, when I'm teaching my 6-month intuitive healing training, I tell them at the beginning that I want them to get to a point where they're not just confident, but they're a little arrogant about their abilities, because sometimes that's what it takes. That's what it takes. So we do a lot of practicing with a variety of different people along the way in order to make that happen. So I want you to be honest with yourself about these 5 things. Let's look at them again, or I'll go through them, again. Number 1, is your work mind-blowing and miracle making, right? Or do people like in your sessions go like, what the hell just happened to me? Okay. Do you have that really powerful, confident connection with the divine? Meaning, when you get guidance, do you trust it enough to go in that direction? Are you willing to like drop it all and be like, okay, I'm an entrepreneur now. I'm going to do what it takes. I'm going to get my trainings. I'm going to learn about marketing. I'm going to learn about this and that and all of the things. Is your work unique? The way you speak about yourself, do you sound like all the other Reiki practitioners? Because Lord knows everyone's a Reiki practitioner, right? Everyone's cousin, aunt, everyone, right? So who are you? Are you unique? Which areas are you finding these weaknesses here? Do you have a truly entrepreneurial mindset? Are you still suffering from, I'm a nice, sweet healer disease? And again, we love the nice, sweet, loving healers, but they begin at that first minute of your session and they stop once that session is done. And after that, you're an entrepreneur again and looking for the right kind of clients with integrity, with awesomeness, and helping you do like all kinds of, because a soulful entrepreneur is so dialed in to their intuition. They're always working with spirit, always working on their magnetism, because working with spirit deeply and authentically does make you magnetic. And your shameless audacity. On a scale of 0 to 10, how shameless and audacious are you with regards to your potential healing business or your healing business? Let me know on a scale of 0 to 10, how shameless are you? Shameless and audacious. .5, Jill. Yeah, Jill. So Jill's 8.5, Kaylin, good for you. And Jill is actually one of our angel alchemists. Thanks for coming, Jill. I see a 5. Tracy's a 5. Yeah, you guys are starting out pretty well. I was like probably like a 2.5. Okay, Claudia, you're right where I started. Thank God there's others. It's not just me. You were a 4 this morning, 4, and now an 8. Listen, this is why I do this stuff. This is even why I created the Angel Alchemy Academy, is because we need more audacious healers out there, more confident healers out there, because the world needs a change in. And you guys who know who you are, know who you are. Don't doubt that you're here to touch lives and to do it profoundly. Do not doubt that. Just follow that trail. Powerfully follow that trail. Don't let that dance slow you down. I mean, it slowed me down for a really long time. So I like to help people fast track, like, jump through the bullshit, guys. Yes, the doubt's going to be there, but really learn, get those awesome healing skills. And Jane saying, working on being a 10, you're a 7. Yeah. Yeah. So the audacious scale, make it 11, shoot for 11. Okay. At least 11. Then you will find yourself doing really weird shit, terrorizing stuff all the time. And when you know that you're afraid, okay, you're afraid to invest in something, you're afraid to do this workshop, you're afraid to do this live stream, then you know you're on the right track, because we have to break through that invisible body condom that's keeping us back, that shyness, that introversion. That's really just trauma in disguise, right? Like, you have a right to be there, to be here, to speak loudly about your truth, to touch lives. Um, and so, uh, and I love all these numbers. This is so great. Uh, yeah. So I wanted to tell you a little bit about the Academy, the Angel Alchemy Academy today, because, you know, I took a break from it. We didn't do it last year. And this is, I think, the 6th or 7th year we're running it. And this year it's really important that we get the right people in there, the right students. Um, and so, you know, when I first developed this class, it was really to help people deepen into their anchor into their soul, anchor into that inner voice, anchor into the angels, and to feel really supported in life, to really move in any direction they want. So really, the very first round, it was here, like in my local community, was to help people just build confidence in their intuition and in their healing skills. Um, then I slowly realized, like, I can no longer do one-on-one practice. So because I was transitioning out, I knew I was transitioning out, and I knew that there was nobody that I knew that did what I did. So I had to train people to do what I do so that I could refer clients to those people. So, so I started training people to do what I did. So I started training people to anchor in and channel archangel energy, and and kind of hold a therapeutic space, a therapeutic, you know, some counseling skills, things like that. And also, I started teaching them how to work directly with source to change people's brains, to help rewire people's brains from old trauma, early childhood trauma, through a modality called Theta Healing. So I kind of wove all those things together, all my favorite things, all my miracle making techniques and skills and stuff. And I wanted to share it with the people in my community, because I wanted to be able to trust the people that I'm sending them to. And so that first instinct to really serve and to serve my clients has now turned into kind of a, well, I'm not going to say kind of, an international movement, and an international training. So it's still the same thing. I now serve tens of thousands of people all over the world, and I need people that, if someone says, hey, I need a session, I need people to be like, okay, I don't really do those sessions, but go to one of my team, go to one of my graduates. And so that is kind of where it came from. I wanted to teach all my best and favorite techniques that have created miracles in sessions for people. And I wanted to build a community of like-minded, awesome people, because I did all this alone when I was, you know, back in the day. I was like figuring it out with my angels, and it's really been wonderful, wonderful along the way. So I want to actually show you. We have this really beautiful page. It's called the here. I'll show you the website. You can look at the website. Let's see here. If you could just bear with me here. And I want to tell you more details about the program. I've changed it up this year. So I've added a lot more content, a lot more healing, and a lot more learning. So if you go to the angelacademycertification.com, and it really is the goal is to teach people how to bring miraculous healing and insights into people's lives. And I think Jill's here. I think Lisa Jones is here too. So those are two people I know that have taken this training. And I'm here to tell you, they are incredibly badass healers that are mind blowing. that do mind-blowing work, you guys. So, uh, so, so as you look at that, I am going to, I wrote some notes out for you guys. So because I want to make sure I don't miss anything. Let's see here. So you got it, angelacademycertification.com. And I can't get to my notes unless I stop share. So I'm going to stop share, angelacademy.com. And, oh, you got that. Amber put the link in there. Okay. So feel free to look at this with me. I'm trying to get the hell out of here. If those of you are new to my work, you will know that I am very mechanically disinclined, if you will. So everything is a miracle. All of my work is really, truly a miracle that I do so much of it online. It's like, thanks, angels, man. Just doing my best. So that's American. Also, Amber helps me out a lot, right, Amber? She's my everything queen. All right. Still cannot believe I cannot find my notes. All right, here we go. I mean, I should be able to believe I can't find my notes, to be honest. But take a look at the page while we're waiting for me to get my act together over here. And so we're kicking it off on October 16th. But I want to really walk you through all this cool stuff that we cover. And it's going to actually be even more than what you will see on the page. Take a look, people. And then after this, if you guys have questions, I'm happy to answer some of them. Yeah, for some reason, all my stuff disappeared, but I'm opening it. I got it, guys. Okay, so here's the stuff that we cover. It's a 6-month, it's a hybrid training. So I make all my programs for stuff that people who are busy, active can actually do. So there'll be modules and new modules getting released every couple of weeks, but I show up live once a month also, either to teach a new skill set or to answer questions. My mentors, I have coaches and mentors that will also be meeting each week to help you guys in practicum. So, so even though it's some online modules, we do a lot of live training along the way as well, especially if, again, for questions to help you guys anchor into the skills and get a lot of confidence. So I really stress all of those 5 things inside of my academy. All of those 5 things we just went over is really supposed to help you build audacity and confidence and to really get your skill set to a point where it is actually mind-blowing. And so some of the things that we go over are the fundamentals, of course, of miracle making, angel and archangel channeling, chakra and energy body awesomeness, because gosh, as you guys know, especially if you're already doing the healing work, so essential to have a foundation in that. We also go through mediumship techniques. And the reason why we do that is because often when we're working with angels and, angels really just come in for our clients and they give our clients what they need. And sometimes what the client needs is a connection to someone who has crossed over. So we do mediumship, but in the context of angel healing. So, so I want my students to be aware of when a spirit is in the room to learn what that feels like and how it works for them, because we're all so different. So, so we work on those mediumship skills, and people find out very quickly that they are kick-ass mediums, and some of them, don't know it. Some people are had no idea. And then all of a sudden, spirits are coming to talk to them in a good way. Okay. It's not scary. And we teach it in a way that everybody feels insulated with love, and that all of this kind of feels like an act of love. And that's really the framework that I teach from, that healing comes from a profound devotion to love and devotion to spirit. And our biggest task is to just kind of get out of the way and let spirit do its good work. So we do a lot of practices to help strengthen your intuition, to get it to that mind-blowing level. We do survival skills, self-care for empaths and for healers. So that is important to me. We spend a lot of time in the beginning really helping you not learn how to not take on everyone else's shit, so that you can feel anchored, strong in yourself. Because many healers don't have foundations in that, and that is really, it can make you go crazy or burn out way too fast if you don't have those survival skills, especially if you're an empath. Energetic boundaries. You're going to learn how to work with relationships in a really beautiful, empowering way. And also, I actually certify you in Theta Healing during this class. This is the first year I'm able to certify you online in the modality of Theta Healing, which is internationally renowned. It helps melt cancer tumors, brings people out of comas, helps heal all kinds of chronic conditions physically, mentally, emotionally. That also is really where we start digging into the unconscious mind, looking at unconscious patterns and things like that. So I'm excited that this year we're going to be offering that. Also at the end, I love to give my students international clients. Remember, we're trying to build shameless audacity and an excessive amount of confidence bordering on arrogance. And one way that we do that is by giving you access to people all over the world that need help, that need real help. So in the beginning of the training, we're just working on each other, and you will meet an international crew of people, just from the people who are taking the program. Towards the end, part of your graduation is that I unleash you upon my clientele, and you are welcome to work with those clients after the program as long as you want. And so I love helping people learn how to convert these international clients into paid clients along the way. And I love it when my students tap my brain about, building a business towards the end of this class. So we have altogether, it's about 8 live Q&A video teachings, 12 integration sessions and practicum sessions along the way. Everything that we do is recorded. So if you're really busy, you do not have to come live, although I do recommend that you come to at least one of the practicums, because that's where you're working with real people. Although I do assign you partner work on the side, so you can meet with people on the side and get some of your practicum in that way as well. And also there's going to be 3 deep dives along the way. So it's not just modular instruction. I'm going to be doing a deep dive in psychic development. I'm going to be doing a deep dive in deepening the work with angel channeling, really anchoring in to the frequencies of the angels, which really does help when we do a couple of days in a row of that. It opens up and the healing happens. And we start removing blocks that you have towards channeling and deepening and up-leveling your skill set. So everything's recorded. You can even listen to audio recordings of that. Along with this, if you sign up, you will get a 2-day intensive workshop, right now, if you sign up right now, called Psychic Development Level 1. So that is a very powerful weekend, important weekend, and it gets you ready to start when we kick off in October 16th. I also am giving you Accelerate Your Intuition, which is another 3-hour training on top of that, and unlock your, and then yet a third called Unlock Your Divine Healing Power, which is the third, another 3-hour training. So all of even the bonuses right there is so juicy, because if you work with these bonuses and then you start our academy, you're going to be like already an ultra badass before you even get started. So there you go. So our regular price for this is $2,400. That's actually $500 less than it's ever been. So it's $2,400. However, we're still doing an early bird pricing right now. So if you sign up, you can get it for $19.99. However, because we're doing this little special event, I'm giving you an extra special discount on that. So with all of that, with a program that 2 years ago was $2,900, you can get it today for $16.99. The price will be going up. And we also even have a 6-pay payment plan for you. So six payment plan for you. And also, I just threw this in like at the last second, but especially for you guys who are here wanting to hear about business and stuff, I thought I'd add in an additional bonus, which is offering, if you sign up for the Academy, I want to make sure you're set up for success and your business is set up for success. So I want to offer a small group mentorship, business coaching. And I will be calling on each person, and we will be talking and processing your business and channeling, doing intuitive business coaching to help you get your business and maybe whatever it is that you need, whether it's, okay, what's my business idea? What's the title of my business? Who are my ideal clients? I want to do a class. What's my workshop? I mean, we can work on things like that in that allotted time. And I love doing it is the thing. So it's really a bonus for me. Plus, I love to get to meet everybody personally who joins us. So again, you can go to the angelalchemyacademy.com, angelacademycertification.com. And, sign up. I only have 10 spots for the mentorship thing for the business coaching. So if you feel like you're going to sign up, please do sign up sooner than later. And the monthly payments, Amber, do you know what the monthly payments are? I think they're around, what are they?
Yeah, I'll check the site really quick because I can't remember exactly either.
I think it's around 300. I think it's around, or maybe not.
You're right. I think it's $325 a month.
325. Okay. Yeah. So you guys, what is one thing? I really want you to feel into one actionable step that you can take today to help you with one of those 5 things we went over, whether it's audacity or miraculous mind-blowing skills. What is one thing that you can commit to doing that can really help turn your business and take it to the next level? What's something that you can do? And throw out some ideas so we can all learn from you. Let's hear some ideas. Yeah, and all the dates for the deep dives, for the retreats, they're there. It is an incredible honor every time I teach this thing. Okay, it's so important for me. It feels very personal, and I put so much love into it. And the people who volunteer, like our coaches, our mentors, are so loving, and they've been through the process. And the reason why they're wanting to come back is to really like be there to watch the transformation happen. And even though it's an intuitive healing training, I do want to stress the other things shift in your life as well. And I just have so many testimonials, so many people, but people often get something out of it that they weren't even planning on getting. It's almost like spirit tricked them into taking this thing just so they can get that one thing. So here's what I want to say. If you are curious, excited, if you got the tingles, if you're kind of leaning towards it, you just kind of feel a resonance with me or with the work that we're doing or the things I talked about, please listen to your guidance. If you feel that this program, this training could be the thing to help take your skills or your business or just your confidence or your audacity to the next level, do not walk away is what I'm saying. Because there's many times that I could have walked away from my career. I mean, if I had not taken weird ass leaps along the way, I would still be sitting in a private practice, just doing psychotherapy and not really bringing life and bigger life and light and healing into other people's lives. So I just want to say, if it's in your bones, if you're a healer, please keep going. Go bigger, go broader. And if the academy sounds juicy to you, let yourself do it. Literally give it a shot. You just have nothing to lose, only to gain. And I've had so many people, again, heal so many of their chronic conditions through the program, or at least reduce some of the pain along the way. We've even had people cure their own cancer. That's true story through that. Radwa up in Canada, she had uterine cancer and used the doctor told her, what is she the doctor told her to stop smoking and to start doing chemo, and she said no to both because she's a smoker and she loved it, so she just kept smoking. And I have her testimonial somewhere. So great. I love her so much. But yeah, she just did the practices. She listened to her guidance. And then within a year, her cancer had dissolved. So these are real people doing real things. I can't stress it enough. And Sierra signing up. Oh my God, you are Sierra. Oh girl, remind me, Sierra, because I can connect you. I can try and connect you with Radwa so she can talk to you about what she did. Oh my God. Amazing. Okay. Yeah, I know. Oh, you'll meet so many cool people. You guys, I can't stress. Where's Jill? Is Jill here? Jill, did you not meet some cool people in the academy?
I met the best people. And Radwa's here right now.
No way. Radwa, where are you? Where is she? I don't see her. Darn it.
I don't see her, but she's in the chat.
She is. Oh my God, yeah. Radwa. Hi, Radwa.
I'm new.
Oh my God. She is literally a walking miracle, you guys. Oh, I'm going to cry. Radwa's here. I love you. Oh my God. I am crying. I love you so much. Okay. Well, Radwa, do you mind if I hook you up with Sierra? and Radwa, are you still chain smoking? Just so we know, I'm curious. Oh my God. She said yes. Okay. The freedom. I love it. Follow your path, people, everyone. Okay. So you guys, holy shit. And so Jill, by the way, you guys, Jill, every year, every time we run this, I ask new mentors to give everyone an experience of new mentors to come and participate. And Jill is actually going to be one of our coaches and mentors this year. So Jill, whoever's joining, there's Jill. Say hi again, Jill.
Hey, everyone. I'm so excited. Sign up. We're going to have so much fun.
I know. It's going to be a trip.
Follow the fear. I was terrified. I was sure I couldn't do it. I told Corinne, I don't know why we're on this call. I'm going to be your first dud. I can't afford this. I don't want a business. I don't want any of that. I signed up. My voice octave lowered like 5 deep. I was like, okay, Corinne, I'm in. Like, it was so funny. The fear just drained out of me. And now what I didn't want to do, I didn't want strangers. I didn't want to practice. And I do sessions all the time. I have so much fun. I meet the most amazing people. I have the best friends from the academy. So good, so supportive.
Thanks, Jill. Yeah, I know people are going to have a great time. And then Lisa Jones is here. She was one of the mentors, and she's just such an incredible ally. It's so nice when I see you guys like coming to these things. Lisa, can you unmute yourself and say hi to us?
Hi, everybody. Oh my gosh, this is such an amazing journey. And it doesn't matter what you want from it, because I was going, I just want to know what my gifts are. And it just exploded. So even if you just want to do it for personal, it's amazing. And the support group is wonderful. And I'm still amazed and still meeting awesome people on this journey. So definitely it's worth it. It changes your life. It's incredible.
Oh, that's so great, Lisa. And I think I remember, like, I talked to you, you were a little cranky about it at the beginning. You're like, I'm not sure.
Gosh, it was so funny because I was like, I don't know if I really need to do this. So there was an interview, and we were like talking really a couple of minutes, and I'm like, you know what? Can I call you back on this? I'm just didn't, and I had no idea about most of the stuff. And Corinne's going, oh, okay. So I remember sitting there going for about 2 weeks. Okay, do I need to do this next week? And I started I had been listening to my intuition, and the message I got, oh, it's gonna be too late. And I'm like, oh, okay. So I emailed her and said, is it still okay to do it? And she said, yes. And it just never stopped once I stepped in. So yeah, it was probably the shortest interview that I had.
I love it. Yeah, everybody
So worth it. Yeah.
everybody
so worth
comes
it.
with their own. So I'm so glad you're here and you're saying that. Yeah. And so yeah, you guys, everybody's got the inner dialogue. Usually the gatekeepers inside of us is just doubt. Am I going to be any good at it? Can I afford it? All those things. But if you are really feeling it, I highly recommend just giving it a shot. It's a beautiful community, as you can tell, and we get to know each other pretty well. As a matter of fact, Lisa and I just saw each other in Peru, and Amber. I know. Okay, great. Radwa. Holy crap. We need to connect, girl. Let's get on the horn soon. Sound good? So sometimes Radwa is, she calls in from work. So sometimes she can't unmute. Okay, let's get together soon. Love you guys. Okay, I'm excited. I'm hoping the angels brought the right people. This community is ready to partay. And I hope you got something out of today. Please choose something, take a action step that's going to help you take your business to the next level. Take it seriously, be ballsy, make the right kind of sacrifices, and say it right now. I am an entrepreneur. Yeah, that's right. No, a badass entrepreneur. Yes. Okay. Mwah. Love you guys. And I hope to see you. Hope to see you in the academy. And if not, hope to see you around. I'm glad you liked it, and Joe. Yay. Bye, Ellie. Or L. Is it L? It's L. Hi. Bye, Kaylin. Cool. Oh, let's see here. Sharon and bye, Lori. I can't see everybody all at once, or a lot of people don't have their videos on. That helps. Bye, Delaney. Mwah, mwah. Love you guys. Love you guys. Remember, sign up though, because business mentorship, that's going to be fun. Okay. Yay, Holly. Ciao for now. Are you coming in? Are you joining us, Holly? I hope so. Oh my God. Yay, Holly. Oh, I look forward to meeting you.